Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. So today is a video that I've had a few requests to do, and it's showing you around my plant room. So I guess you can say it's a plant room tour, but I'm just going to take you around my plant room really quick, show you the plants that I have and how I have them set up. Most of them are grouped together just because this isn't the biggest room. And I also have noticed that if I group my plants together, they get a lot of humidity and they really thrive that way. But I will take you around. I'll show you the plants that I have down here. I do have a south-facing window in this room, so I will show you all the plants that are sitting in front of the south-facing window. And this is what it looks like for now, but I am thinking about doing something different behind me. I kind of want to do keep this shelf here. It's the IKEA shelf, the smaller one, and then put a bigger IKEA shelf here behind me where this bookcase is, and maybe put some kind of a board or platform type thing going across the top of them so I can have some more plants up there. But we will have to see if I do that. I will definitely do a video about it. But today I just want to take you around, show you what I have down here. So enough of me talking. Let's get started. Before we start, if you like plant videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel and support my channel so I can do more plant videos for you guys. So let's get started. I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you guys what I have in here. Okay, so over here, this is the south-facing window, so we'll start here. I should probably shut this window so we can see the plants better. Okay, so let's start over here. So this is the door to our backyard, but over here I do have a Scindapsus Argyrius. I just watered it last night, so it looks terrible, but once it gets rehydrated, it is a beautiful trailing plant. And you guys, I did not prepare for this video, so if you see dead leaves, yellowing leaves, mealybugs, something on the plants, it's totally a real video, so just ignore it. So this is the first plant I have hanging here. It is a Pearls and Jade. I've had this plant for a while, and it does pretty good for me. And then here in the window, I have a Hoya Pubicalyx Splash, if you guys can see that. And next to it, I have the Hoya Lacunosa. Sorry, it's a little bit backlit. And next to it I have this Tradescantia Pink Panther, I think it's called. This plant is not doing well for me. I'm not sure what it needs. I think I overwatered it at one point. I'm not sure, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that plant. I might just have to throw it away because it's causing me a little bit of stress. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with that one. This plant, I have another Pubicalyx up here. And over here is one of my newer plants. I just got this. It's the shark fin orchid cactus. And I got that for, it's like 15 bucks at Desert Horizons Nursery. I'm going to have to take you guys there. I haven't taken you guys there in a long time. They have some really cool plants, so we'll have to make a video of that one. Alright, and now over here in front of the south-facing window, I do have a little cactus back there. I think I repotted that on a video with you guys. And then I have another blue cactus back here. It's like the rounded cactus. And then over here I have the Frosted Ghost Aglaonema. I love these plants. They're really super easy growers, and they're always growing new leaves for me. Here is my Philodendron Birkin, one of my favorite plants. I love this plant, and this is one of the newest leaves, and if you can see, it has like this pinkish maroonish variegation on it, And I mean, it has so many beautiful leaves. This plant is really a fun plant. It's always coming out with a different colored leaf. Here I have a heartleaf philodendron. I just love this one. It sits here and trails. Next to it I have my Syngonium erythrophyllum. This one is the one I got from Steve's Leaves. That one is doing very well. I have a Homolomina back here. They're all facing the sun. Sorry, but this is what it looks like. I have a Ficus Audrey that is doing pretty good. It does have this leaf that it came like that, so I'm just letting it stay there for now. But I love filling these leaves because they're so soft. Here is my White Ghost Euphorbia, one of my favorite plants ever. Absolutely love that plant. And down here I have my Pixie Lime Peperomia. And another Aglaonema. I think this is called White Rain. And then next to it I have my Ficus umbellata. You guys, look how awesome this plant is doing. If you watched, I think it was a couple of months back, one of my top 5 houseplants video, this one was not doing very well just because it wasn't growing any new leaves. But now it is doing awesome. It is growing all kinds of new leaves. Here is one of my favorite plants. My husband got me this for my birthday from Costa Farms. And it's Erythrophyllum, Costus Erythrophyllum or something like that. But this is the newest stem that it is growing. And it's doing pretty good so far. I really love this plant. I like the backs of the leaves and then the really green on the top. Here I have my Monstera, one of my Monstera Adansonii. And it is up on a pole and it's doing very well. It grows a lot for me. And then back behind here I do have my Philodendron Brantianum. This isn't the easiest plant for me to grow. I'm not sure what it needs, so I did put it back here to get some more light. So that one I'm just experimenting with. And then also this dragon scale. Alocasia dragon scale. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a difficult plant for me to grow. It does have a new leaf here that looks okay, but all the other leaves don't look so great. I think it needs a lot more humidity, even though my humidifier sits right there and it does get pretty good humidity throughout the day. Then I'm going to come down here to my Aglaonema. I have a couple of them side by side. They are the same ones, but these Aglaonema do very well. I have another Monstera Adansonii here. It does trail along this wooden box. And then next to the Adansonii is my Lemon Lime Maranta. You guys came with me when I found that plant and it is doing very well. It has so much new growth. And it really loves this spot, and so I put the red Maranta right behind it. So they are best friends and they sit there together. And then behind that I have my Begonia Looking Glass. This was my plant that I cut down. I did a video on this one and it's doing good. It has new growth and it's not growing as fast now as it was in the summer, but once summer hits, I'm sure that it will do just fine. And then here I have a Trio Star. This plant is not the easiest, but I keep it down here in all these plants so it keeps the humidity. So it seems to be doing okay. It hasn't grown any new leaves for me, but at least it's not dead. And then down here is my chocolate Aglaonema. Looks like it has some yellow leaves that need to come off, but that one does pretty good as well. I have another Ficus. I got this one on clearance at Lowe's. And it has grown 2 new leaves for me, and I do not do well with ficus, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then right here is another aglaonema. I think it's, you guys, I really don't even know the name. I forget the name of it, but that's another aglaonema. And I have another aglaonema back here. These are just such easy plants to grow. I've had this one for a really long time. And I also have another aglaonema, my Silver Bay aglaonema back there. And I do have this begonia. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's all the way down there, and it was not doing good. I just stuck it back here, and all of a sudden it started growing up for me, and it's just at the tip of the plant. Like, it really has no leaves at the bottom. So I just leave it here and let it, you know, create some contrast within my plant. So that one's doing okay. And then here I have my Monstera siltepecana. This one does okay. Really not the easiest plant for me to grow, but so far it's doing okay. And I just water it probably once a week and just leave it alone. And then this is my plant wall. I have my philodendron micans, and this one is doing pretty good. It does have, you know, trailing growth, and it's always producing new leaves for me. So I have no complaints about this micans. Right above the micans, I do have a Mandula pothos. I got this one probably a couple of years ago at Walmart. It was in a little tiny like 4-inch pot, and I picked it up, brought it home, and this is what it's doing for me. Trailing so long. It is such a beautiful plant. Not the fastest growing plant, but it's a beautiful plant, and I really do love this plant. And over here is one of my newer plants. I did pick up another Marble Queen pothos, and I just loved how pretty and white the leaves were on this one, so I had to have it. And then right below that one on my plant wall is a Crinkle 8 Hoya. And it hasn't really done anything for me, but it's alive and it's looking pretty good, so I just leave that one alone as well. And then up here I do have a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. This plant trails a lot, and it's getting kind of out of control, but I just don't want to cut it. So I hang it up here on a hook, and it just started trailing out this way. So I just let it do its thing. But it is pretty long. I do have it attached to the wall. It does have some yellowing right here in the center. I don't know if it was because it was really close to the grow light or some other issue, but the other leaves aren't like that. And it does have a new leaf coming out here. It's growing new leaves for me all the time. This plant is such an easy plant and also a really fast grower. And then here is one of my favorite plants ever. This is my Syngonium, the Albo Syngonium, variegated Syngonium, whatever you want to call it. And the leaves are just awesome on this plant. And it's getting like the lobed looking leaves. I have had this plant for a very long time from Steve's Leaves, and it was really tiny when I got it. It did die off, and I repotted it, and it just started taking off for me again and growing so many beautiful leaves, and it is truly one of my favorite plants. This is one of the newest leaves that is unfurling, and it also has another one down here that's unfurling. So I really, really love that plant. Okay, and then over here I have a goldfish plant. I don't know where to put this plant. I'm still trying to decide. So it's just here for right now. But I love goldfish plants, one of my favorites. They are easy if you have a bright spot in your house for them. And then this is my struggling Syngonium Splash, I believe it is. I got this one a very long time ago as a little plant, and it has been through mealybugs, spider mites, thrips. It's just been through it, and this plant just keeps on growing. It actually has a new leaf growing right here, but it's not the best looking plant or the best growing plant, but I still love it, and it sits here. Back here behind my TV, I have my Hei, or Hei, however you say that. This plant grows really fast. It actually is growing all the way up here, and I have it growing across this shelf, and then it curls all the way up and around back there. So very fast grower. Not sure what I'm going to do with that plant yet, but it's a pretty cool plant. And then back here I have my Syngonium, the pink Syngonium. This plant has been giving me fits. I had it too close to the south facing window. It started bleaching out. So then I put it down away from the south facing window, and it started growing new leaves, but then they started like dying off. So now I have it back here, kind of by the grow light, but it's doing okay so far, so I just leave it there. But this is where I have my grow light here on my shelf. So it does face out this way, and it gets all these plants down here. And then the window is usually open, and so it gets, all these plants get sun down here. So there's where I started. It's so backlit, I'm sorry you guys, but it comes all the way around. We saw all these, and now we are here at my shelf. So at this shelf I just have a neon pothos, and I have this Syngonium. I don't even know what kind it is, but I've had it for a long time, and it's branching out all over the place, so I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it there or do something else with it. This is a neon philodendron, and this plant, I don't know what is going on with it. It looks like some kind of pest issue, because it has like these weird spots, and it's never done that before. It's always been a super easy plant. So I've been inspecting that one and watching it carefully. I don't know what it needs, but... And then over here I just have a Hoya, a Crimson Queen. Hoya in that little bird. And then coming over here, I have a peace lily. This is a peace lily that we got when my mother-in-law passed away, and it has been, next month will be 1 year that she passed away, which is so hard to believe, but that is the peace lily we got when she passed away. And then you guys, I have a global green pothos. I got this at Walmart, and I was so excited to find it, and it is such a beautiful plant. I love pothos so much, so I got that one. And then back here I have another red Maranta that's very small. I got it small, and it's not doing so great right here. I'm going to have to move some of these plants around. That's why I wanted to put the shelf where I was showing you guys earlier in the video. And then down here I just have a whole bunch of supplies, but I have this Tradescantia that I got, and it's like, I don't know, like this plant is very needy, very finicky for me. It has like browning leaves, and then it will start growing like these new leaves, and it has like a really long vine, but I don't know if I should cut it back and start over again. And then over here on the wall is a Philodendron Brazil, and I've had this plant for a very long time as well. And so it sits here on the shelf. And then up here I have another Micans that I got at Lowe's. And I think you guys were with me when I got this plant. I found it when I was at Lowe's, and so I grabbed it. And then down here I have another Marble Queen Pothos. Okay, and then we come across this way, and I have a Raven, a ZZ Raven. And then I have a Aglaonema. I think it's the Maria. I've had this plant for a really long time. And then another ZZ Raven. So those three sit there and they do pretty well there. And then down here I have another Global Green Pothos. And this one has some variegation on the leaf. This one I also got at Walmart, and I already had one, but they had a lot of them there, so I grabbed this one as well. And over here is my Philodendron Silver Stripe. This one I've had for a while, and it's doing very well. It's really long. It doesn't have a lot of the variegation just on this stem, but that's okay with me. I just let it trail down. And then I'm trying to propagate a piece that broke off over here, but it's not doing so great. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. And then in the shelf I have my Neon Pothos. This is one that I did a repotting video with you guys. So there's that one. So there is that whole area. And then coming over here, I have a little, like the smaller IKEA shelf. And up here I have a Golden Pothos. And this one I just watered, so it has the water dripping off the leaf. But that one does well. It trails down. So this shelf is a shelf of plants that I have to keep a close eye on, because some of them had spider mites, some of them had mealy bugs. So I keep a close eye on these ones. This one is a variegated Dischidia or Dischidia, and that's a pretty cool plant. It's an easy grower as well. And then back there I just have a pink Arizona Rainbow Cactus. I have some of these, the Peperomia Funky Frog. I repotted this one on camera with you guys. I have two of them. And then this is my wax ivy that does not do so great. I've had to cut it so many times. It gets spider mites. Like, I don't have spider mites on any of my plants except for that one. Another Peperomia down here. I have a Hoya Wyattii, the variegated one. Colin gave this to me. Colin is a subscriber and a friend, a plant friend of mine, and he gave me this a long time ago as a cutting, and it is trailing and it's hanging onto the wall, so I just let it do its thing over there. I also have another Hoya. This is Hoya Aldrichii, I think it's called. I got it from eBay. I got 3 cuttings from somebody on eBay. That was one of them. This one is a Pubicalix that came with the 3 cuttings. And then the third one was this, I can't think of the name right now, but this one came with the 3 cuttings as well. And then over here is my Slim Shady Syngonium. Okay, and then I have some cuttings of, like, this plant broke off, so I just stuck it in here. And then I have a few Cebu Blue Pothos cuttings in there. And then a Scindapsus Trubii Moonlight cutting in there as well. This plant, I'll have to put the name on the screen. I forget what it is, but when I got it, it wasn't doing so great. It was pretty much just this stump. So I cut everything off of it and stuck it over here, and it is growing new leaves. I don't know if they're supposed to look like that, but I'll just have to wait and see. This plant was getting mealybug though, so I have to keep a close eye on that one. Okay, and you guys already saw that one. And then down here is my variegated goldfish plant. It's doing pretty good. Back there is just a random begonia that I have. And then this is my jewel orchid. And it's doing really good. It's growing a lot of long stems with all these leaves. So that one's doing good. And then down here I have a Scindapsus trubii moonlight. This one was getting some mealybugs. It seems to be doing pretty good now. Also a Monstera Peru. I have two of them back there. So both of my Peru are back there. So that is that shelf. Okay, and then down here by the shelf I have my Rhaphidophora decursiva. And this plant seems to be doing very well. It does have a spider that is living in there, and I just leave it alone. It's a little bit of a bigger spider. It's not spider mites, but it doesn't bother me, so I don't bother it. Down here is a Philodendron fuzzy petiole. Brand new plant. I just got it a couple of days ago, so I'm leaving it down here to get some of the grow light, but not too much of it. And once it acclimates, then I'll take a look at the roots and see about getting it in a new pot. And then I have a money tree here. I got this on clearance at Lowe's. I think it was like $4, so I'm not really good with money trees, but I picked this one up because it was so cheap. And it sits by the grow light, so it seems to be doing pretty good. And then the last plant I have is this Aglaonema. Not sure what it is called, but it has really thin leaves, and I just love Aglaonema, so I picked that one up as well. So that is that area. And then that door is my bedroom. And then I sit here and watch TV, and I just love it because I just love looking at all these plants. So that is my plant room. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more plant videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, guys, bye.